Hello. Today I'd like to share with you my story. It all started 40 years ago when I happened to come across an article about intestinal cells. Amazingly, intestinal cells have one directional protein trains so that they take molecules from the inside of the intestines, traverse the cytoplasm, and then that one directional train makes sure the proteins go from the inside of the cytoplasm to the plasma. And this is the way we absorb the nutrients. How did the cells know how to do this? And that started a whole path of research into molecules, proteins. From that, I diverged into ions, and from that, I had to study water because water is the basis for all life. You know what that made me study even more? Atoms, and specifically hydrogen atom, because hydrogen and the way it acts is the reason we have water and the reason we have fog and ice and clouds. It's been a magical journey. And from there, I have a better understanding of how disease happens because I can understand what proteins do to the membranes and how they interact with the inside and the outside of the cell. And more importantly, how they send those messages to the nucleus and tell the nucleus what to do and what not to do. What's great about this? What's great is if I can explain it in a way that makes sense, others can understand how disease and health take place. It's not been easy because understanding it myself is not enough. I have to find the research that supports it. I have to be able to explain it to others. I have to be able to extrapolate it from one concept to another to make sure there's depth of concepts, not just a very thin layer of understanding water and ions. It's been, as I said, a magical journey. And I learned something new every day. The other day, I was reading about horseshoe crabs. Who knew that the blue blood of horseshoe crabs is somewhat more expensive than gold?